Dr. Marcia of Move with Marcia, and if you need to work on some hip mobility, try out one of these options for standing hip circles. So the name describes the movement. We are standing and doing hip circles. In an ideal world, the hip goes up, flexion, the hip goes out, abduction, the hip internally rotates, externally rotates, adducts, comes back together, and extends, goes back. So a hip circle, or you might see hip cars, controlled articular rotation, means that you are trying to move throughout your available range of motion with control. So that could look in a lot of different ways. The key is that you have some sort of visual aid, so you make sure how you think you move is how you really move. Because I could do it here standing, right? I can get through some motions, but if I look at a video, then I'll see that I turned my hips out. I'll see that I really shifted my weight. So a video or a visual aid could be helpful. Now let's get into some options. Now we want to keep in mind that you have to be able to start real steady. So if your feet are in contact with the ground, the toes are spread, the arch is engaged, there's a little micro bend in the knee, you're able to have a neutral pelvis. So not here, just right Goldilocks, and take a breath. And when you move, the only thing that moves is the leg. You can hold on to a wall, you can hold on to a chair, whatever you'd like, as you take your time and lift up and out, rotate, bring it around town, and back up. And let's say you do that for a couple reps. Make sure you go the opposite direction as well for good measure. There's nothing wrong with taking more support if you need that support. So if one arm on a wall or holding a broomstick or holding onto a squat rack wasn't good enough, you can try 2 arms. So that could be 2 arms on a chair like so. Nice and slow and controlling it through the motion here. I might even go slower if I wasn't recording the video. You could also do 2 hands on the wall, leaning against the wall in a bit of a plank position as you go up, out, rotate, swing it back, and go up, and switch directions, of course, as you control that motion. The other pro tip is that you can always take a whole exercise and break it up into parts. So maybe you break it up into the front half and just go lean against a wall and go up and out, rest on a chair for a second, up, back down. Totally fine. Or maybe you skip the chair, but lean against that wall as you move and you just do a part of the motion. That's fine too. You can also tag on an ankle weight, and that has 2 purposes. One, if the ankle weight is light and not heavy for you, then that increases your joint sense, your proprioception, knowing where your leg is without looking at it. Because that adds some weight to it so you feel where it is. 2, if the weight is heavy for you, then that's a little bit more strengthening. So again, you could break up the movement. Maybe I put a step stool behind me, and when I get to the back part, I rest a little bit and then swing back around, rest a little bit, start backwards, rest, swing around, come back down. All of the options are all amazing. And those are the different variations you can try out to get some hip circles done, improve your hip mobility, which is improving the range of motion, the strength, and the length of the muscles. So that's flexibility, strength, mobility, all in one, and also balance on the other leg, knee stability, and foot stability since you are upright. Hope that helps. If you have any questions about when you should use a weight, other variations, something that isn't working for you, or something you've tried that I didn't mention in this video, feel free to talk about it down below. That's what the chat and comment section is for. Otherwise, hit the thumbs up so I know you like this video, and I'll catch you on the next upload. Bye.